Hey everyone, and how are you guys doing today? I hope you guys are having a really super fall fabulous type of day today. Thank you so much for clicking. I really do appreciate it, and so glad that you dropped by and you're gonna hang out with me for just a little bit. So if you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Gabe and this is GabeLuvsMakeup, and I'm a 52-year-old makeup artist, and I've been in the industry 30 plus years. And I am still in retail where I help customers just like you with skincare, makeup, and fragrance every single day. And with that said, guys, we are going to be playing with this beautiful Anastasia Beverly Hills Fall Palette. I can't wait to get into it. It looks really beautiful. I haven't got to really play with it or swatch it or anything, so we're going to go through all of that. I'm going to try to keep this video as sweet and simple as possible. We're going to be focusing on just the eyes. So I pretty much kind of got everything already together. So anyway, if you're interested in this palette, you want to know what my thoughts are on this palette, because this is my very, very first Anastasia palette, then stick around and let's do it together. Without further ado, let's just jump right into this palette today. So this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Fall Romance palette. So thank you, Dillard's, for letting me get this a little bit early. I wasn't planning on getting this palette, but it just looks so beautiful. And I've never had an Anastasia palette before, which sounds really crazy as big as my makeup collection is, but I have never gotten one. So this is my very, very first Anastasia palette. So this will be a very unique reaction for me. I've tried, some other things that she's had, like her lipsticks, her lip glosses, her lip liners, highlighter, things like that, but I've never tried one of her eyeshadow palettes. So anyway, so this is what the palette looks like in the inside. I haven't really touched her a whole lot. We are going to be doing two different looks. I'm going to be doing a more of a cooler look with the purples on this side, and we're going to be doing more of a warmer look with a little bit more of the greens on this side, because I thought that would be kind of cool. I've already done everything, again, like I said in the intro. I've got everything all done. I have on this new Lancome lipstick, by the way. So this is the Lavore. It's the Lavore lipstick. So look at the packaging. Isn't it gorgeous? Lisa Eldridge is the one that developed this, by the way. So the formula and everything feels a lot like her lipsticks. But this is the Celestial Rose. It's the new shade. And I'm going to let you guys look at the design. We will talk about it more when we get into the Lavore collection by Lancome. But that's what I have on my lips right now. And I did it with a little bit of my Maybelline Totally Top lip liner. If you guys have never tried these lip liners, by the way, they're $10. Just giving you that. They're the best lip liners. They're like the best kept secret ever with lip liner. I love the True Red. They are really good. If you like a twistable pencil and you don't like to sharpen, it has a little sharpener on the end of it. Just giving a little heads up there on that one. But anyway, I digress. Let's get started into this. So let's play with the swatches first. So let's start up here at the top here and let's just swatch it. So you can kind of see that these are more of the toppers. This has got more of the pops here, and this has got more of a little bit more of your intensity on this side right here. But yeah, these are gorgeous. Okay, so enough with the swatches. And by the way, I will leave the price right here down below. I forgot what it is. I think it's like 52 or 54, but I can't remember, but I'll leave it down here. And let's get into our first look. I have my reference brush. This is number 101. We are going to be doing the cooler look over on this side. We'll be mixing a little bit of the brown in it because most of the mattes are the darker shades. So I want to definitely make sure that I use the darker shades. I did not do a primer today. I wanted to do it without a primer today. I just wanted to see what it does on its own because I've never used her shadows before. So I'm going to go into the shade the Crimson. So Crimson, if you remember, she's a little bit more of that deeper kind of matte plum. And we're going to go in with Crimson, and we're just going to really start working Crimson into the crease because I really want to build her up. And just kind of really get that in there a little bit because she's more of that matte. And I really want to, that is beautiful. Wow, that's pretty. That's a pretty shade. Oh my God. Oh, and by the way, I did do a little bit of a tight line with just a neutral eyeliner. And I just did a little mascara just to get my eyes a little. Will we be putting lashes on with this look? So we'll be putting lashes on. What kind of lashes? I don't know. We're just kind of gonna go with it and see. But that is really beautiful. So pretty. Okay, so let's take, let me wipe off my brush just a little bit. And let me take the Mulberry shade, which is that really pretty copper brown. I'm gonna take a little bit of that copper brown shade. And we're gonna go in here and really build it up. I really wish I could say to you guys, because already looking at this, I really don't I mean, I guess if you put it on really lightly, that you could use this as a more of a natural kind of a palette, but I don't know about that. It's a very dramatic palette. This is more of a, definitely more of those really deep colors. So if you're not into deep colors or what have you, then this may not be for you, for sure. And all of the mattes are deeper colors. I mean, you can mix it with another palette, I guess, if you have some of her other ones, but that is really, wow. That is super beautiful. That's a really beautiful shade. That looks really beautiful mixed in with the plum too. I think that's really pretty. Okay, so so now I wanted to see, I was trying to figure out what I want to do next. I think I want to take, we definitely want to take the purple. I definitely want to take the purple and the Fireside and the Moonlight. I want to take those and add that together. So let me see here. So let me take, find another brush that I want. Let me take a little bit of a package. So here's another one of my Refer brushes, which I love with these kind of collections. It's number 28, and she's more of a stiff, almost looks like, it's like almost like a concealer brush. So I'm gonna go into Divine, which is the really beautiful purple. So it's that really pretty, it's that really beautiful purple shade. And I'm gonna tap off a little bit of the excess, and we're gonna go out here and start blending her on the outer corner. Just really blending it into that shadow a little bit. Wow, that's pretty. That's really pretty. That would be a beautiful, on its own, if you wanted it to be a little bit more on the brighter side. That is stunning. That's a really beautiful color. Gonna take a little bit more. I want this to really be impactful. So I'm really gonna pack it on there. Okay, so now let me see if I can find another brush. Let me do another one of my Refer brushes. This is the number 26 brush, and she's a little more of a pointed brush. I'm gonna go into Fireside, and Fireside is that really pretty, it's that bronzy shade. It looks pretty bronzy. Now she looks a little bit of fallout here, so I'm gonna make sure I get some of it off on the mirror, and then I'm gonna take it right here and kind of blend it into that purple. I don't want it to cover up the purple, but I wanna blend it into the purple, because we want to do that lighter one towards the inner corner. That is pretty. Okay, so I haven't done any, I've done no concealer underneath my eyes yet. So I want to see, should I do, I was gonna do, well, I don't know. I think I do want to do, I'm gonna do a little bit of my Victoria Principal. I was gonna say Victoria Principal. Can you believe me? Victoria Beckham liner. This is in my Bordeaux color, and she's like a deep mulberry color. I'm gonna go in and I want to add this to my waterline, and because I just don't know about the shadows on my waterline, so I'm gonna go in and just do that right there, and just add that there, and then I'm gonna add a little bit on the top. I don't want to disturb the shadow too much, but just do a nice little wrap around. So basically you're just taking it and wrapping it around your eye. Basically, just like that. Her liners are really good. If you guys have never tried them, I don't have a ton of her liners, but I have like maybe 1 or 2 of them, and I do really like them. I wish I could get more of them, but and I would like to try the Lisa's Eldridge's. I bet hers are really good too. So now I think I'm gonna take that really pretty purple, and I think I'm gonna tap that over this liner. Just tap it over. I'm gonna use that same number 26 brush. We're just gonna use it the same and go right over it. Kind of bring it right in, kind of attach it to the end here. And then we'll clean up all that a little bit later in a minute. I'm gonna take a little bit more crimson and mulberry put together, and we're gonna add a little bit more here. Okay, so before I go off camera, because I'm gonna go off camera and do my lashes and everything, because we're almost done with this look, let me go ahead and do the inner corner, and we'll just play with it together, and then I might have to add some more when we're finished. But let's see, what kind of a brush do I have? Let me take a little bit of this number 14 brush. Again, it's my Refer. If you guys have never tried Refer brushes, Christmas present, I gotta tell you, they're like the best. And when their day after Thanksgiving or before Thanksgiving sales are fantastic. So you can get really good brushes for a really good price. Theirs and BK Beauty's are like the best brushes. I mean, you know, like some of my best brushes. I do love a lot of my Alexis Vogel brushes. And I do love, there's quite a few Morphe that I do enjoy, but those are my two favorite. So Moonlight, again, is that really pale, she's that really pale topper, kind of a purple. So we're going to take her and put her right there to give that little hint of a fairy dust kind of a look to it. Wow, that is pretty. That is really beautiful. Look how pretty that is. That really does make it kind of pop, I have to say. And I'm going to blend that in a little bit more right through here. Oh, wow. That is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, guys, so this is look one. So what do you guys think? I'll come back. I'm gonna clean it up, do some concealer, put a lash on this one, and then we'll get ready and we'll start to look two. So this is the finished look for this eye, just to let you guys know. So I took a little bit more of Moonlight, which was that really beautiful pale purple, and I just took it a little bit more underneath my brow and added that and a mascara, and we did the lash, and there you go. There you have it. I will say, I forgot to say at the beginning of the video, I do have this, where is it? So I do have this new Huda Beauty baking powder. I tried it out a little bit. I got the cherry blossom cake. I also have the mini. So so on this side, I've already did the loose powder. So when we get done with this side, we're gonna play with this and see what we think of it on this side, and see the difference between, see if there's a difference between the loose and the press, because I heard the press has a lot more of a mica in it, and so it's got a lot more of a sheen to it. So this is what it looks like with that same color, but it's in the loose version. So it'll be very interesting to see the same color in with the powder version. So anyway, with that said, let us get into this other look. Now we're gonna go into the green family. We're gonna go into this color first. And she's called Leather. Ooh, she's got a little bit of stuff on that, but Leather is more of a rich color. So this side's gonna be more of that really earthy, kind of earthy green type look on this color. More of a little, it's probably gonna be a little more on the grungier side, which I'm not gonna be mad about, but it's gonna look really different, I'm sure. So I'm gonna take it and really start building up my crease on that one. And this is a really pretty, actually it's got a lot of, it's a little bit more brown than green, so which I'm not mad about. It's got a little bit of a gray shift to it. So this is really pretty. I gotta say, guys, these so far, and I don't know about, you know, what we're gonna be, they've blended like a dream. They blended so easy. By the way, this is my number 01 brush. I just cleaned it. And we're using it again. I'm trying to use the same brushes on both sides. So just really building up that crease. But yeah, they both seem like they are blending like a dream. This was a really easy, it was easy. It wasn't like, it didn't take long at all. I thought it was gonna take more longer to do it, but it really didn't. It's just blending, they're blending like a dream. They feel a little bit, I'm not gonna go there, but maybe I should. It's a little Natasha Denona-ish, maybe. So their formula feels pretty creamy. They're not patchy. I mean, I know Anastasia in the past have been a little patchier, so I don't know. But so far, they're blending really well. So this is the shade Leather. So now let's go into the shade, do we want to do Thorn or, let's do Thorn. So Thorn is definitely more of that moss green color. So I'm gonna go with the same brush, and we're gonna go over that brown, and we're just gonna add Thorn in there just to build the crease up more and to give a little bit more depth. What we want to do as the next shade. Ooh, let's do Amber. Amber is, she's this really beautiful, it's like this pretty bronze shade. Again, let's look at the swatch a little bit more. Yeah, that's really pretty. I think I'm gonna add Amber in on this side to give a little bit more depth. So let's take, let's pack it on. So we're gonna pack it on like we did the purple. And I'm gonna tap off a little bit of the excess just in case we got a little bit of fallout. I'm gonna pack it right there. Ooh, that's pretty. This is a really, I'm really impressed so far. This is a really beautiful palette. Really, I mean, I know a lot of people were, I don't think a lot of people were really interested in picking this palette up, but I gotta tell you, there's a lot of black palettes out there this year, a lot of black and gray palettes. So this is definitely not in that black category, but it's got drama, but it's definitely got a fall vibe to it. It's really pretty. I like it. Okay, so what do we want to do next? Let's take the shade Smoke, and Smoke with that really beautiful, it's kind of almost like a taupey champagne slash little gray kind of color. So let's take her with a this brush. And again, I cleaned it. It looks like I didn't, but I did. But this is number 26. And we're going to take Smoke, and we're going to kind of blend. Let me get Scooby out. I need to see Scooby a little bit so I can see better. Oh yeah, that's really beautiful. Look at that. Look how pretty that is. That is really beautiful. That is gorgeous. Oh, this is beautiful. Man, I've been getting my Pamela Anderson smoke on lately, let me tell you, okay? That is really pretty. So now let's go in with the, yeah, let me go in with my liner. So I don't know which one I'm going to use. I'm going to see, I've got two. I have this one by Flower Beauty, and she's like a hunter green. I think this is the one I'm going to use, but I'm not sure. But then I've got this one by Urban Decay. It's called Overdrive, and she's more this kind of green. I mean, I think the deeper green would probably go good with it, but you know what? I think I want to pop it a little bit more, so let me do the Urban Decay one. So let's do the Urban Decay one. Looks like we did the other one. And we're just going to wrap it around. Kind of blend it in like that. Just like underneath and in. And then go up under right here. And just put it on the top. And connect them together. Just like that. Ooh, that's pretty with this, actually. It makes it stand out a lot. That's really beautiful. Look how pretty that is. That looks pretty together. That looks really, it just gives it like a little bit more pop so it doesn't look too grayish. But you could definitely do this with a brown or a gray liner even. Would be really pretty too. But since we kind of having a little bit of that green vibe, it's all about green this season. But that's really pretty with that. Look how pretty that is. That's beautiful. Okay, so now that we got that, we're not going to worry about cleaning up and everything. I'll do that in a little bit. But let's take my fluffy brush, the one that we used earlier, 14, and I'm going to take Crown. I'm going to take Crown and we're going to go right over here and we're going to pack Crown right in there. Ooh, Crown, you have to be careful with her. She's a little, she got that shimmer for sure. Wow, that's pretty. She's got a lot of shimmer too. She definitely got that she's got that high impact glow to it. I'm going to take Smoke, and I'm going to go, well, I've got you guys here. Take Smoke and go up underneath the brow. I was going to do Crown underneath there, but Crown, she's so shifty. I'm like, she'll be very alien-esque if I put it up underneath my brow. All right, guys, so this is what the second eye's looking like. So let me go off camera. Let me put the lashes on and clean up this side. We'll do the Huda Bake powder on this side and see the difference. And yeah, and then we'll see what everything looks like. Isn't it really, it's just stunning. It's a really beautiful, both of the looks look absolutely gorgeous. I love the way everything looks. I love the way it matches the brows. I'm loving it with the lip. It looks great. It'll look a lot better once we get blush on, but we're gonna wait for just a minute because I'm getting ready to do this new Huda Easy Bake and Snatch powder. It's a press and brightening setting powder, and I have it in a cherry blossom cake. And so, like I said earlier, I've already done it with the loose on this side in the same color. This is what it looks like. It comes in a compact just like this, and it has just like this, just the pressed powder. Let me see if I can find a place that's not too dirty on my back of my hand, just to show you guys. So it does have more of a sheen to it. You see that? See the glow to it? So I don't know how I'm gonna feel about this. So anyway, we're gonna do it. This is the little puff that it comes with. It comes with this little sponge tip. So we're gonna just take it. We're gonna really just go in, because I might as well go ham. Might as well try it. Get out Scooby again. We're gonna take it and press it up underneath the eye area. And I'm just gonna set that just like I did the other side, but with this side instead. Okay, I'm gonna take just a little bit more right here. I could definitely see the glitter in this one. So there's definitely, like, you can see the mica in this for sure. But now look at the difference between the one that I set with the more matte one, and then look at the one that I set. So this one is definitely, she's a tad bit more brighter, just a tad bit more brighter. It's like, you know, I don't know what I'm thinking, guys. It's got some, you know, it's got the glitter in it. This one's fragrance free though, the loose powder is not. So I don't know. I mean, it definitely gives you a snatch look. When you look on camera, it definitely gives you that snatch kind of look. Let's just take a little bit right through here. Let me get a little bit more on my pup here and take it right up underneath my cheekbone a little bit there. Just to see if I got like kind of no set. Not getting enough on that. I kind of like this little puff. It's not bad. Definitely take a little bit more right up through there. I don't know, guys. What do you think? It's definitely got, let me take a little bit because I did it with the powder over here. Let me take a little bit above here just to add a little bit more of a brightness right through there. So, I mean, she's bright. It's brightening. It's definitely brightening. It's a little bit more, and I know it's not one that matches my shade really because I normally do the Cherry Blossom, but this one looks more natural. It's like more of a natural snatch look. This is more of a dramatic, like that's dramatic. I mean, but you can definitely see it's got more of a glow too. So where this one is leading to my glow on my skin's coming through a little bit, but it's not over the top. But you almost to the point where you don't even need highlighter because that looks like almost like highlighter. That's how intense it is. But just for sake of doing it, I'm going to take a little bit more of this over this side just to add over top of the powder just to see what it looks like over the matte powder. So let's just take a little bit more over it. A little bit more. You have to kind of scrape it too a little bit in the compact. Okay. I mean, it definitely gives a little bit more. The matte, I think, helps to keep it down. It does kind of accentuate, I think, a little bit. It definitely accentuates the under eye. On camera, though, it looks really good, but up close, it does accentuate lines. So I would say that if you're really dry, I mean, this one, it gives more of a glow, but it's still a powder. So just keep that in mind. But I'm going to take a little bit more here and there, just like we did on the other side. Okay, well, I mean, I'm not super mad at it. I mean, it's definitely brightening, though, which is what I bought it for. I don't know, though, guys. I'd have to play with this a little bit more. But what do you guys think? You have to let me know down below. But it's interesting. It's very, very interesting. I kind of like it, and then it's kind of like a lot of, I don't know. It's giving me a little bit more on the drag side vibes, but it does look really pretty. It does give you that really dramatic look. So if you're not looking for a really dramatic powder, I would probably stay out of this one. And probably if you put it on with a brush, it might be a little bit better, but it's pretty, like, it's in a compact, it's a little bit more on the thicker side, but it feels a little bit like a glowish powder. But anyway, well, let me go off camera. I'm gonna put some bronzer, some blush on, and set everything, and we will be right back. So this is the finished look. So I'm really enjoying it. I have to say, this really beautiful palette is just absolutely stunning. It's really beautiful. They blended very easily. The matte blended really great. It's just a really overall really extraordinary palette. I think you could get quite a bit of use out of it if you like a little drama. I don't know about being really natural. I mean, you could put it on really light, but because of the shimmers, they're so intense, and the pigment in the matte are so intense. I don't know if this is very much like a more of a, what do I want to say, more of a natural kind of a palette. You would have to add and incorporate other shades from another palette in with it to make it a little bit more natural, and maybe use one of these to kind of give it more of a pop if you wanted. I'm sorry, I got a hair on my face. It's driving me crazy. But anyway, but these are just, I'm telling you, these shimmers, this one here looks gorgeous. This one here is the real intense one here. It is just really super beautiful. And by the way, I did take a little bit more of this green and just added it over top of that liner that we did, just to give it that really beautiful feel. But this green right here, the thorns, that is a gorgeous color. This mulberry color is stunning, and so is the amber shade. That one's really beautiful. I'm just telling you, even the leather color is a really beautiful, more of that muted brown with a little bit more hint of yellow to it, with a little bit of warmth to it. It's just really beautiful. I can't really say enough about it. This purple is just stunning. I mean, I love both of the eyes. I think they both look really good. You guys will have to let me know down below what you think, but I think it looks really super beautiful. I think the overall look looks great, even though I have two different sets of shadows on my eyes. It looks really gorgeous, so I think it's really pretty. So I do think this is worth a pickup. If you're into drama, if you're into really these kind of, you know, green berry, these kind of undertones, I don't want to say grungy, but a little bit more deeper undertones. Again, if you're more on that, if you like a little bit more of that I need a nude type vibe, I don't think this is going to be the palette for you. I mean, you could definitely incorporate this in with that and kind of mix them together, but I just don't think this would be your vibe really. But anyway, it is a great palette. So now let's talk a little bit about this Easy Bake powder. You know, I went over the center a little bit again with my matte powder. So I went over again with a little bit more of my matte powder, just down the center. I will tell you this much right off the bat. You cannot match your skin out with this. So if you're going to use this for touching up or anything like that, it's impossible. It's not going to work like that. This powder is made to give you that really extreme, like, I don't want to say highlight, but extreme brightening. And it has a glow to it because of the mica in it. You can definitely see it. You can actually see it. Like, if I look really up close, I can see the glitter on your face. It's kind of, again, it reminds me a lot of the Glowish powder, which I really enjoyed, the powder makeup, because I thought it was really good, but it reminds me of that, but in a more of a snatch form, which I think is very strange for her to do this in more of a shimmery kind of mica type powder instead of doing it in more of just the more pressed version of this one. So I just think it's weird, because this one is why, if it's, you know, if it's working, why, you know, if it's not broken, then it doesn't need to be fixed. So I don't know why she did this. I'm going to have a feeling, and this is just my vibe, because I don't think the Glowish powder did all that great, that this is going to want people to get a hold of it and they start playing with it and they start using it. I mean, you know, if you're on stage or something, this would look really beautiful. I mean, because it's a very, almost a stage-ridden type, theater type makeup or product, because it's so intense. Because this one is just the loose is way more natural. I also have it in, Cupcake. I have it in Cupcake too. So I have it in two different formulas. But it's just a little bit more natural, but it gives more of a natural matte finish. This one is not going to be matte whatsoever. This is definitely going to give you more of that shimmer. So if you're kind of looking for a matte pressed powder or something to set your makeup with, or to set your under eyes with, it will set it and it will give you a brightening, but it's just going to be, it's got a lot of that kind of that mica feel to it. It reminds me a little bit of that Charlotte Tilbury powder that she came out with, was it last year? When she launched the concealer, it was that brightening powder that she came out with, and I think that they've then discontinued it already. I don't even think they have it anymore. But she came out with it in like 1 or 2 or 3 shades in it, and I give mine away. I didn't even keep it because I hated it. I didn't really like it. I thought I was gonna like it, and then I didn't. It looked very dry. It had a lot of that kind of a feel to it. So that's kind of a little bit what this is reminding me of. So I don't know about this, guys. So we'll play with it a little bit more, but this may have to go back to the store. I don't know, because it's like, I mean, if she's around $34, $35, I mean, she's not too bad, but I don't know. And I love Huda and I love this powder, but it's very interesting. It's very different. I do have my Glowish powder and I did keep that, and I really do like that because it's more like a powder makeup, and I don't mind a glow on my face, but just more of that really heavy under eye is like, that's a little extreme. But I mean, you know, and I did put it on a little bit more thicker, but because it's normally how we put it on with this, but I normally do it with more of a sponge, or, you know, or with more of my little bit of my puff here, which is a little bit softer. So I don't know. I mean, right now it looks great. I mean, it looks really good. I mean, when you look at it up close, it does look pretty. So, I mean, I guess in pictures and things like that, it is more of a photography-driven makeup or a powder. So maybe that might give you what you're looking for if you're going to go clubbing or something like that, or going out and you want a really, really super over-the-top polished look. That might be okay. But yeah, I mean, you know, I love the lip. The lip is killing me. I'm loving this Celestial Rose. I love it on customers. So I thought that I would really enjoy this, and I really am. So this lip I'm feeling it. It's a beautiful vibe. I did a little bit of my Infallible Berry blush, and it just looks, I feel like it kind of give me what I wanted mixed in with the bronzer. I think it looks gorgeous. So all in all, guys, I love the palette. The Huda we'll have to think about. Let me know down below what your thoughts are on this one. And, you know, thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. Make sure to like and subscribe to this video if you have not yet. I would really appreciate it. We would love to have you join our little family here. If you did not like this video, I don't know why. Just tell me why. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. But, I mean, you know, why would you not want to be around this face all the time? And, you know, and again, like I said in the last video, I know that there are people out there watching that just don't subscribe. I don't understand it. It's free. You know, there's nothing free in America anymore, it seems like. So, I mean, but to click the subscribe button is really super easy. And even to click on the bell is free. So, all of that is free. You don't have to pay for any of that. So, anyway. With that said, guys, be safe, be strong, be proud, stand tall, love yourself. Remember to tell somebody that you love them today, because life is way too short. And also remember to be kind to somebody, because kindness can go an awful long way. And I thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. Have a good rest of your day. And we will see you again in the next episode. Bye.